Hello again, everybody. It's Harry Boxer, the Technical Trader. It's Wednesday, the 12th of May, and these are the charts of the day. Starting alphabetically as usual, AERG Applied Energetics, which broke out at the end of March and uh, made a nice move, stair-stepped its way higher in a 45-degree angle type rising channel and has been doing so since. Today up another 12 cents or 7.23%. You can see the technicals are increasing and surging here. Looks like this has more momentum and can make it up to the 293 zone, which would be our next trading target. Up next is AEZS, Eterna Zentaris, which we've been mentioning recently. Popped, pulled back, got very quiet and narrow in here, held the moving average and prior price support right here. So technically a good hold. Then it started to accelerate and has been on the move, more than doubling in the last 5 or 6 sessions. Today up another 26 cents or 14% on 21 million shares. That's the strongest volume we've seen on the stock since the rally began. So looks like upside momentum may still be a possibility here. And we'll look for a move towards the $3 range short term. In any case, coming up next is AKRX, another junior biotech stock that's been moving of late. And if you take a look at the breakout it had here, a nice pickup in volume here on this breakout, little flag or pennant. Another breakout with heavier volume, a pullback, and then we've just taken out the highs again today, up another 19 cents or nearly 7% on 2.75 million shares. My next immediate target is a move to the 3.75 range. Beyond that, possibility exists. We can see the stock in the 5.5 zone. China Biological Products, CBPO, a recent new issue, formed the head and shoulders bottom in the January-March period. Spiked up with a breakaway gap in March, then pulled back into a coiling type pattern consolidation. Since then has been moving. Today in particular had a very, very strong session and a technically significant day, up $1.76 or 14.4% on the heaviest volume since March, but more importantly, reaching a new all-time high. Targets now 15 and then 17. Celldex Therapeutics, one of our favorite junior bios, in a beautiful rising channel. After breaking out of the coil in February, it's been in a steady rise, stair-stepping its way higher with flags here and there. The stock broke out of a consolidation range today, jumping another 87 cents or nearly 11% on 1.5 million. And with technical surging, I think this stock makes it to the 9.75, 10 zone short term. Beyond that, around 11, 11.5. KERX portfolio position backed off a little bit today, but is acting well. I like the technicals. I like the pattern. I think the stock continues its ascent and moves up towards the 8.75 level. My trading target, although I do have a posted one of 7.75. I think it may make it past that, and I may raise my target. Looks smart. Been acting great of late. Popped for 4 days, backed off, and held support right in this zone right here, which also was a hold of the moving averages, the 21-day moving average. Today popped 25 cents or 16.5% on more than 500,000 shares, picking up technicals and volume. It looks like a move towards the upper echelon here, and trading target up around the 2.75 range is next, followed by a move towards 4. Metabolics had a technically significant session today, gapping up and running 361 or 28% on 1.4 million shares, reaching the top of the 1-year rising channel, but with more upside potential here. I'm looking for a move that takes it to the 21 zone. Next up is Netlist, which had a technically significant session as well today. Gapping up after good earnings, coming through lateral price resistance and its declining tops line, and its 21-day moving average as well on the biggest volume in 2 months, up 60 cents or 22.6% today on nearly 4 million shares. If we can get some kind of follow through here, I think we'll get a short-term test of the 380.85 zone, which is the major declining tops or channel top. And through that, we're on our way to 5. That's my real trading target. PACR International, looking great of late after consolidating and not being able to get through these multiple tops Yesterday we poked out. Today we extended another $1.09, up 13.75% on 2.1 million shares. That's the strongest volume, second strongest volume we've had in a couple months. But certainly looks like momentum is strong enough to get this up to the 10.5, 11 zone. Secondary target about 12.75, 13. PPO, Polypore, also broke out of a trading range recently. Consolidated for 2 days in a mini pennant or mini wedge, and then popped today up another 207 or 10% on 1.2 million shares. It's at resistance right in this zone, but I feel like with the way this appears, we could see a move that takes it into the mid 20s and then to the high 20s. Spreadtrum, SPRD, is one of our favorites from last year. After consolidating for 4 months, broke out recently. Pulled back for a couple days bullishly on lower volume and then took off again with a breakaway gap 2 days ago. Today it popped through its recent highs and looks like it's headed on its way to 9.5 to 10 zone. Secondary resistance on, or should I say target on, Spreadtrum in the 12 area. And lastly, UPI current portfolio position, which we just entered yesterday, looking very, very strong technically with strong volume and underlying technicals. A beautiful little 4-day pennant. I think it breaks out of here, runs up towards the $6 range, my short-term target, followed by a secondary move to $8. Those are your ideas for today. Good luck trading tomorrow.